talk about emotional manipulation. And usually, when we hear the word manipulate, we think of it in a negative term. Now, emotions we know have to deal with our feelings. Some people might say it's the energy that you have in motion, emotion. So they move us. They are how we are influenced to make decisions, even against logic sometimes. Our emotions will trump our ability to cognitively process things. But let's also look at the word manipulate. Now, manipulate actually has two separate definitions when you look at them. It's an action word, it's a verb. Now, the first definition of manipulate I want to point out is it means to handle or control a tool or device or mechanism, usually in a very skillful manner to get a desired result. So it would be like operating a machine skillfully or being able to utilize technology or software in order to create a program that gives a certain outcome. That type of manipulation, it's neutral. But there is another type of definition for the word manipulate. It means to control or influence a person or situation, usually in a clever, unfair, and some mostly unscrupulous way. Now, a definition or an example for this type of manipulation would be something that we find very common in society. Like the masses were deceived or manipulated by a small group of people, such as a government or a religious institution or a corporation through their advertising. When you are manipulated, you are actually kind of coerced or positioned without your knowledge, usually in a blind spot. But what I want you to think about is how many times have you emotionally manipulated yourself out of an outcome that you desire? And what do I mean by this? See, sometimes how we feel about a certain situation or person will cause us to not be able to receive the information or instruction that we need to get in order to change ourselves. And this is one of the most dangerous forms of emotional manipulation. I mean, you'll see parents who will use guilt to try to keep children in line, or you'll even see young children start to understand how if they cry or they whine or they act hurt, that they can control and manipulate their parents or adults around them to respond. But when you start to manipulate yourself, the church folks would say, don't block your blessing. But this type of emotional manipulation is when your own emotional stance, when you feel a certain way, maybe it's a person you don't like, or maybe it's you don't want to go to school or you don't want to go to work. You want the outcome, but your own feelings will manipulate or cause you to maneuver yourself. You will do literally mental gymnastics to try to make your situation align with how you feel. And oftentimes, this is the blind spot that causes us to miss out on the outcomes that we truly desire. So don't allow yourself to be emotionally manipulated simply because you don't like something or someone. Avoid this blind spot.
Now, Brother Mark Scott here, again, avoiding that blind spot of manipulating yourself out of the desired result that you have is something that we all have to deal with. And again, because I am literally investing so much of my energy and time right now on finding solutions to help all of us move forward. Again, working on my new ebook, The Dating Game. I'm rewriting the rules so that you can win at dating. And again, I've identified so many challenges just in our basic communication that often, because of how we feel about our position emotionally, we're unable or unwilling to engage in honest conversation that can help us move forward. So in order to tackle this, I am working on my ebook, The Dating Game. For those who want to pre-order the ebook, it's only $13. You can go to my Cash App. It's Mr. M. Scott 76. Just put in the note, The Dating Game. That is your promo code. And again, the pre-order process is very simple. Once you go there to my Cash App, purchase the ebook for $13 and put The Dating Game in as your promo code, then you simply take a snapshot of the receipt and email it to markscott@gmail.com. And of course, if you just want to give a love offering to support the movement that I'm building to help all of us push the conversation and the narrative forward, then please feel free to just drop a love offering anytime that you so desire into the Cash App. Again, that's Mr. M. Scott 76. But again, this emotional manipulation situation is one that I see every day in conversations, regardless of what side you are on this gender war. You have feelings, you have emotions that color the way that you perceive and receive information coming from other people. So until we can honestly have a conversation where we can divest ourselves from our feelings and approach it with critical thinking, analyzing, and logic, we're going to have blind spots that are going to cause us to repeat the cycle and just dig in even more. And in order for us to move forward as a community, both men and women, we have to begin to talk to each other, not just talk at each other. So again, Brother Mark Scott here. I just want to welcome you again to the Brother Mark Scott channel. Again, I thank you. Please, if you see this video, go ahead and subscribe right now. Yeah, right now, you watching this video, you listen to me. Thank you. I appreciate your time. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Have you ever had an opportunity to look at yourself and see where, because of how you felt, you missed an opportunity to get some information? Maybe you didn't like the person, or you didn't like the way they said what they said, but later on down the road, you actually realized that what they were telling you was beneficial. It was the truth. It was what you needed to hear, but you didn't want to hear it in the moment, and maybe it cost you. But looking back, you learned your lesson. So just drop a comment, like the video, share this video. Again, this is Brother Mark Scott. I need your support. I'm trying to grow this channel. I do want to be able to monetize this. I want to get this message out, but I need your help. I can't do this on my own. I'm not going to be able to have this conversation by myself. I'm going to be doing multiple interviews with different people from different walks of life, getting their points of view, letting them tell their stories. But we're going to dissect and take out the nuggets, the wisdom, and we're going to put those together in a way that we can all benefit and move forward. So again, this is Brother Mark Scott. I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to comment, like, share, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate your donations and your love offerings and your support. But please go purchase my ebook, The Dating Game, Rewriting the Rules so that you can win. Again, all you have to do is $13. Just go to the Cash App, Mr. M. Scott 76, put the promo code in, The Dating Game, and simply email your receipt to brothermarkscott@gmail.com. Again, don't get manipulated by your own feelings out of the blessings that you need, the information that you need, the breakthroughs that you need, just because you don't like the way it comes at you. We have to grow beyond our emotions so that we can make sound, rational decisions and apply the wisdoms that are available to us so that we can move forward and get the desired results that we want. So once again, Brother Mark Scott, I love you. You have a fantastic day.